Welcome to the future of understanding. This is NeuroMind Insights, where we unlock the power of your mind.
We are conditioned to look for a sudden, massive event to secure our financial independence. We wait for a higher salary, a viral side business, or a perfectly timed investment to break us out of our current reality. When we try to force that progress, we rely on extreme bursts of effort. We create aggressively strict budgets on a Sunday night, cut all discretionary spending, and vow to save half our paycheck. A few weeks later, exhaustion sets in, our enthusiasm fades, and the old spending patterns quietly return. The frustration compounds when we look at our bank accounts after these exhausting sprints. We see a balance that has barely moved. Because there is no immediate, visible reward for our intense restriction, we assume the strategy has failed entirely, and we abandon it. But if you step back from these dramatic attempts, a different pattern emerges. Your future financial reality is shaped by the microscopic, nearly invisible decisions you make before you even eat breakfast. Building an enduring financial foundation relies on an invisible daily rhythm. Lasting wealth requires leaving behind the search for a recognizable, dramatic breakthrough, and instead embracing actions so ordinary they almost go unnoticed. This quiet approach is rooted in the Japanese philosophy of Kaizen, the practice of continuous microscopic improvement. It is the direct opposite of the modern demand for immediate hustle. Psychologists understand this process through the habit loop, a reliable cycle of cue, routine, and reward that governs human behavior. This animated diagram maps the biological reality of that loop. Every time you repeat a tiny financial action, the connective pathways physically thicken and solidify inside your brain, making the exact same choice slightly easier to execute the next day. Japanese culture calls this steady movement nagare, or flow. A river carves through a mountain, not by striking it with sudden, violent force, but by applying gentle, unrelenting consistency over time. In actual practice, this looks incredibly mundane. It means reading 10 pages of a personal finance book after dinner. It means setting aside $5 every single morning, or tracking one specific expense before going to sleep. Over time, this consistency completely bypasses the need for motivation. What began as a forced conscious effort slowly hardens into an unavoidable instinct. The discipline disappears, and the action simply becomes automatic. It is easy to question the value of this. If reading 10 pages a day or learning a new skill doesn't immediately put more cash in your pocket, why dedicate the time to it? The answer lies in the concept of the shokunin, the master craftsman. Before a master swordsmith ever touches fire to steel, hours are spent cleaning the anvil and sharpening tools. The quality of the final product relies entirely on quiet, daily preparation before the real work even begins. This graph tracks two metrics. Your visible income stays completely flat for years, but underneath, self-efficacy, your foundational capability, rises sharply with every habit. Luck is the precise moment an unexpected opportunity intersects with that capability, captured because the foundation was built. Wealth accumulates when you develop the capacity to execute opportunities the moment they arrive. Searching for the perfect moment is secondary to becoming capable of handling it when it appears. Navigating this process requires surviving a difficult waiting period. You will face a stretch of time where your daily habits are strictly locked in, yet your rewards remain entirely invisible. Waking up 30 minutes earlier initiates a sequence of positive decisions. This time allows for reading, which builds a skill, eventually attracting a new opportunity. This chart plots expected results against time. We anticipate a straight path upward, but reality is a curved trajectory dipping far below expectations, the plateau of latent potential. Beneath the surface, momentum is compounding, storing energy until it finally breaks upward. An empty bank account after a month of discipline does not mean your habits are failing. It means you are currently accumulating the necessary kinetic energy for the inevitable breakthrough. If you sustain these routines long enough, a psychological evolution takes place. You reach a point of identity-based behavior, where making a smart financial choice simply stops feeling like a chore. In the practice of Shinrin-yoku, observers walk through ancient forests and notice a stillness that took decades to form. A forest never hurries. The trees do not force their growth overnight. They simply grow a millimeter deeper into the earth, day after day, without an audience. Your financial life eventually mimics this unforced growth. You no longer save money because an aggressive budget is forcing you to. You save money because you have naturally become a thoughtful person. The behavior is now part of who you are. Stop measuring your progress by the intimidating distance between you and financial independence. The only metric that matters is the single, ordinary step you are taking today. True wealth is rarely the result of one extraordinary decision. It is the quiet, inevitable byproduct of an extraordinarily consistent identity.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to NeuroMind Insights for more.